everybody. How's it going? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I had some weird audio things going on, so I was just wanting to see what's happening. So I want to welcome everybody tonight. Looks like we have a couple people in the chat, and welcome you, Raiden Radio, to the show. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, man, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with Murph. I've been trying to call him, not sure if he'll show up. So hopefully he'll come sometime in the stream. If not, we got it covered, so it's not a big deal. So I thought what we would do, we would go for about an hour tonight, so we'll be all right. In about 9 o'clock. And then I want to cover a couple things before we get into your book. One of the first things I'd like to cover is the status of our book for right now. I need to share that, show everybody where we're at. Yeah, we don't have Murph right now, Intense Webs. But thanks for coming to the show. Murph will probably show up. Yeah, we might have an intelligent conversation anyway. So, there's my wife, Casey. Yeah, we got Crazy Mad in the house. We're going to hit his question of the week in just a few minutes. So we'll get to that too right after we cover some of this. So we're going to look at the Ballot of the Celestials just to show where we're at right now. So we're at 59 backers, doing pretty good. 102% of our goal of the $2,000 flex goal. And just show this cover one more time. I wanted to show this cover mainly because I want to highlight the guy who inked this. This is partially why I wanted to talk about it. I don't feel like we really talked much about Peter Palmiotti. He actually inked the cover, two of the covers for our book, and we didn't really go into him very much. And I thought, he's done some great work. It's kind of interesting. I asked him to do these covers before I really remembered who he was, which was my bad. But then once I looked it up, I was like, oh my gosh, he's done a lot of good stuff. And, he's done some really great covers for Marvel and DC. And I thought I'd show those. So this cover right here, and then he also did our wrap cover. So I think I'll remove that and I'll share the Marvel screen and show you just some things that he did here. So this is just some of the stuff that he's done. You can see he's done X-Men, Iron Man, Iron Fist, Spider-Man 2099. He's actually done quite a few things, and it was really cool just to see that he was on our book. So Iron Man, really great things there. Not to mention DC. We'll try to get to that real quick here too, so we don't spend a lot of time on this, but I do want to give him his due. So all these Aquaman covers he actually covered or inked as well, which quite a body of work, which is really nice to see somebody of his caliber jump on our team and help us out. So really cool stuff in there. And, Peter did a great job on our wrap cover. So I'll go to that and just show everybody what he did there before we get into this.
It's funny. He said he did a wrap cover.
Yeah.
It's one of the things I think is really interesting is how Indiegogo is, as far as page composition, is superior to Kickstarter in a lot of ways.
Sure.
That's the one thing that Indiegogo is not built for is wrap covers, because everything is so,
it's one page. Yeah, it's
vertical.
Just real.
Yeah, It's so vertical, whereas Kickstarter, you can show it's wider, so you can show off your awesome wrap covers a little bit easier.
Yeah, I mean, we even had to crop this image right here just because, it doesn't fit.
It'd be tiny.
Yeah. So, and we reduced it a little bit too, and we had to because we were like, it just doesn't work. So, and I think on the what was it, one of the tiers, we had to just show the front half of the wrap cover, because it just doesn't fit well. So yeah, you're exactly right. I agree with you. But who knows? Maybe they'll grow that way one day if they hear us enough.
Yeah.
But I haven't really complained to them very much. But it would be really nice to see them get some better graphics. That's for sure. So yeah, Peter Palmiotti, man, he did a great job for us, and we're really proud to have him on our team. And we just thank him so much for doing that for us. So, all right, let's get into the question of the week. Crazy Matt asks, would you rather only listen to your least favorite genre of music or watch your least favorite genre of movie? What do you think, chat? Sheesh, least favorite genre of music or least favorite genre of movie? Man, that's a tough one.
My least favorite genre of music is probably reggae.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
I mean,
what about reggae do you not like?
This is every reggae song ever. Meh, 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 meh. And so I could at least function with that being around that. But my least favorite genre of movie would probably be a musical. And
I'm with you on that. That's my least favorite.
I'll take the music. I'll take the reggae.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Oh man, my least favorite genre of music is probably show tunes. I really hate show tunes. Yeah, I can't stand it. So I would say, would I rather watch that? It's almost the same thing. Crazy Mad for me. The genre of music is the same as the genre of movie. I hate musicals. I don't get it. I don't know why everybody just has to bust out in song. Usually the songs are only saying exactly what's going on. It's like they're narrating everything for you, and it just makes no sense to me. Movies for sure. I can watch rom-coms over rap for sure. So you don't like rap? I actually like some rap. Rap is not a problem. Yeah, I mean, it depends. I don't like everything, but I don't think I like everything of any genre, so that's okay. But I like a lot of genres, and reggae I really like, but you're right. I think it's really hard to, I don't know. Well, I won't say it's hard to find good genres of reggae. I think it's like, you have to go to some like really good bands though, and then you'll find some variety. You'll still get that guitar on that beat, but
yeah,
but it's good. Aldous on the Farm, just off Orwell Lane. Thank you for showing up.
You know what I've been really digging on for about 10 years now is Japanese rock.
Japanese rock. Okay.
So
now, it's a little weird, right?
Well, they do. Well, there's a lot of really good math rock, like good Japanese math rock.
Wow.
And it's mostly instrumental too. But yeah, so Toe, Light, Mouse on the Keys, they just figured it out, and they just make some of the best, instrumental rock music out there.
That's pretty cool. Oh, look at this, Crazy Mad Borderline Weebery. When we talk about that, I don't know if I've really heard enough to really have an opinion on that. I'd have to hear it and just see what it's like. I've heard a lot of music, but geesh, man, that's pretty cool. I'm mostly a rock guy, so if they're hitting on the rock edge of things, I'll probably like something about it. But it depends. Sometimes when you get into just the way that their culture is, it can sound so cheesy, and it's almost like they're cartoon characters instead of, musicians.
Well, that's why I stick to the instrumental. You don't have to hear them sing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're right about that. Hey, good stuff. Thanks for coming on, man.
You just reminded me of something really funny. I went to so my favorite Japanese band is Toe, right? TOE, just Toe. That's all it is. And I go to see him live, and the bass player is wearing I think he's wearing like a Public Enemy T-shirt, and I just found it to be really funny that like,
oh yeah,
even in Japan, the bass player is still like the blackest dude in the group. You know what I mean? Like,
right. That's awesome though. Yeah, those guys have all the funk and soul, right? That's
yeah.
what's going on there. So that's cool. Yeah. So if you didn't notice that trailer I played at the beginning of this, could everybody hear that okay? Were you able to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's my band. We're actually going to do a live stream on the 19th of March.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, we're going to debut our new lead singer, one of our new lead singers. So we have two, and he's our newest singer that we haven't played a gig with yet. And so we're going to do it as a live stream first, and then we're going to get out and play some gigs and also debut some new music. So thought I'd play that at the beginning, just to put it out there, let everybody see it. And, we'll be putting some links in like on Twitter and things like that out there for people. So I hope everybody's able to join in and see it. Is it Public Enemy, the band, or wrestling group though?
Oh.
I'm more with the band than the wrestling group. That's just
yeah.
Yeah. So, for me, I do like world music, but I'm really picky. I'm a picky butt. My wife thinks I'm a snob. And so I'm really terrible at that kind of stuff. But it's not that I'm a snob. It's just whenever you're a musician, things get really hard. They get difficult to listen to. And you can hear things and you can, you start picking things apart when you probably just shouldn't. You should have some fun with it. But I tend to pick it apart and then it's over and everybody doesn't want to listen with me anymore. They're like, shut up, we're done. So
yeah, I managed a record store for about half a decade. So
okay, that's cool.
It was it was right before the vinyl boom, when vinyl came back.
Yeah.
And man, when I think back on all the records that I could have grabbed and flipped, and you know what I mean, it was just like, we were getting in like promo 7-inches for Mastodon. That we had like a stack of them that are probably worth like stupid money now.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. I love vinyl, but I don't want to get in on it because they're so expensive right now.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, even when you go to this, we have a store that's about 20 miles from here that we can go to. That's a pretty nice store, and it's got a lot of old, records, used records, things like that, and from bands that I would really like to get. Man, the prices on it is just through the roof. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I have a record player. I just stopped buying it because it just became so stupid. Like every record store, and they keep releasing the same records over and over again.
Yeah.
So like there's like a David Bowie every single record store day, and it's like $50. Get the hell out of here.
Right. Yeah, I mean that's the thing is, you could go get a CD for $12 or something like that, and then you go get a record, and which is even further backdated, and you have to pay double the price at least. So yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Hey, Arrogant Ape. Hi, Raiden, Dirk. Are we Murphless? Yes, we're Murphless tonight. Hopefully Murph will join us, but I'm not sure where he's at. I've been calling him. He might be sleeping. He might be who knows where. We'll see where he ends up. Hopefully he shows up, though. Frog G, hello. Thank you for coming. Amanda, yes, we are missing someone for sure. Yes, we are. But we're glad you joined us. I hope you watched at the beginning and saw the ad for my band. I just want to throw that out there again. And on the March 19th date on Saturday, we will be having a live stream. It'll be 5:00 Eastern time. It'll last for about an hour, and then we'll move on. So we won't keep everybody. So if they want to go out on a Friday night, they can still go out and do whatever they want. So please join us. Look out for things in links in the Twitter verse, and I'll be putting that out there for everybody to see. I wouldn't say we're missing him, Bob, but he's not here. That's true. Oh, man. Murph's
You should have
gonna
just
get
acted
it.
like you had no idea who they were talking about.
Right.
Who?
Yeah, we need to roast Murph. That would be great. I think that'd be a good thing. He needs to watch it on replay. Smash the like. All right. Thanks, Frog G. We thank you so much. I don't know what's going on with him, really. I don't want to say, but, it's hard saying. Hopefully, like I said, he'll join in. He'll wake up or something and go, oh, crap, here we go. And we'll be all right. So, but until then, we're going to talk New Orleans. Thank you so much for coming and joining the show. I haven't really got to dig into this too much. I looked at your campaign today and was liking what I was seeing. I like that throwback stuff. I like anything in the jazz era and in the so is that where it's taking place? Like 30s, 40s type like era?
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to think of I'm pretty good with history, but my music chronology isn't what it was. I think we're coming in blues is definitely making its way in. But we haven't reached the jazz peak yet.
Okay, so it's like early jazz era.
So yeah, maybe so you're seeing so more like there's a lot more southern strings in there at the time.
Okay.
There's a reference to a character named Banjo in the book.
All right. Well, they were doing ragtime around that time.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. So that would be pretty close to it. So that's really cool, and I love ragtime. It's great to listen to that stuff. Arrogant Ape says, perhaps you could use this moment as leverage, start calling it Dirk and Murph Muck About. That's a good name. I might have to change it to that for a show or two. That'd be a lot of fun.
Just
and
change
not tell
it and
Murph.
see if he
I'll
notices.
just do it.
Yeah,
that's right. Amanda says she's excited about your book, which is really great. And so let's get a look at it. Let's start putting it on screen. Oh, there's too many things to look at here. Okay, here we go. So here it is. All right. Amanda says it's the Dirk and JP show now. That's right. It is. And if Murph tries to get in, I'm going to not let him in.
You can just call me Jerf.
Jerf? Okay. Yeah, man. So you got over 101 backers. That's great. Well, you got 101 backers. You have over 100 backers. So it looks like you're doing really good. You have 7 days left. So did you do a 30-day campaign or a 60-day?
I did a 30 and rolled it over. So this is the last 7 days.
Ooh, last. Okay. So your second 30.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't pull a B-Rose and do 60.
Yeah, well, that's what we did. We did a 60.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm hearing it was a terrible idea.
I inadvertently insulted you. I'm sorry.
No. It was a thing that we realized after the fact, and we were like, oh, that's why people do that. And they were like, yeah, you should have used your first 30 to, get that big bump. And I was like, well, I don't know. Okay. Maybe we can do like a soft mid-launch or something. I don't know how to fix that, but I mean, you got to do something, right?
Yeah.
So I liked some of the art. I was flipping through some of the art on here, and that's the trusty detective Zippo. That's pretty cool. Now, do you make the cases for this, or?
Yeah, no, I was trying to come up with something like, you know what I mean? Because it's 1920s. What would be consistent? I couldn't do like band stickers or anything like that. So I came up with a Zippo. I looked into it. It really isn't all that expensive to get a custom Zippo made because it's just, it's a metal case and a wick. That's it. There's no lighter fluid in it. So you can send it out. Yeah, I just ordered like a crap ton of them. And if you order in bulk, you can get them cheaper. So
that's nice. I mean, I think it's cool. I used a Zippo when I used to smoke a pipe. Just a regular pipe. Not a weird, nothing funny about it.
Yeah.
Just a pipe.
They're cool. They make that cool sound when you open and close them.
Yeah, I loved it. Ching, ching,
It is anachronistic, though, because the Zippo didn't, that form of the Zippo didn't hit the market until 1931.
Oh,
and the book takes place in 1929, so.
Okay. Still, it's a cool visual. So what are you
Yeah.
gonna do? You haven't just light a match. Other than that, right? I mean, that's about
Yeah,
all there
exactly.
was. So, yeah, I like that. I think that's really cool. Great little extra to the story and physical thing that you can add to it. That was one of the hardest things for Murph and I think, looking at ours. It's hard to figure out what works outside of the story. You know, like what can
Yeah.
entice people and make people go, "Oh, well, this goes with that story very well," and it would be a collector's item. And if you can do that with your story and find something like that, I think it's really, really cool.
Yeah, those add-ons and extras are just, I've never been good at that. Like, I've had
Yeah.
repeated disasters over multiple campaigns.
Well,
I
finally,
did a
I told Murph.
shirt.
Oh, really?
And yeah, no, I did a shirt on my last campaign where there were 3 different T-shirts that you could order, and then there was a bundle of all 3. And the last backer on the campaign got the shirts, so I had to actually go through and order one of each shirt. So it was just like it
Oh
was the
my
worst
gosh.
possible outcome for what I was
Yeah.
trying to do.
Yeah, we stayed away from shirts right now. I think we'll make, like, if we get a website, we'll make some shirts later, but it won't be part of a campaign. It'll just be some, items that you can get into. But I told Murph, I said, if we're going to do any extra things, I want them to be little and not. I don't want to do too many gimmicks, and I don't want to overthink this. We're going to keep it pretty simple, and that's what we did, and it's worked so far. But I didn't want to get into how do we trump these people, how do we trump this campaign, because I don't see there being a way to do that sometimes. I think it's just better to be who you are and just let your product, speak for itself sometimes.
Plus, over time, when you develop a back catalog,
Yeah,
at least
yeah,
that's what I've been doing, and I've had success with, is just having that back catalog that if people want to come on board, they can get all the things that they missed before.
yeah. I agree with that. And you've had 5 campaigns, I see.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. I mean, that's a lot. You have a lot under your belt now. You're a seasoned pro at this. We are definitely pretty green still. Feel like we're still not knowing what we're doing every day.
Well, I mean, everything changes so fast, right?
Yeah, it does. It really does. And then somebody comes along and knocks everything on its ear, and then you have to catch up.
Yeah, then you have Tiger Blue coming along with like the best looking campaign in
right
forever.
And Terror in the Trenches. I can't believe that. I mean, that book looks ridiculous too. It's pretty amazing to watch. And, I know that Eric Canetti just launched Arc Athena again.
Yep.
For part 2. So I'm just like, my gosh, man. It's hard to keep up. So I like the Zippo as an add-on. Neat idea. Yeah, I think so too. I think it's a great idea. Really goes with the story pretty well. It keeps the theme of the noir detective. So I was looking at this picture. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to do a 32 snub-nose revolver, but apparently
that would have been fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather have a gun than a Zippo. I mean, really.
I mean, wouldn't we?
I would have bought that tier. Yeah, I would have bought that tier. Yeah, this picture right here is why I thought there was jazz, because I see the upright bass and the drums. So I was like, okay, he's bowing that, he's bowing the bass.
I really went back and forth on whether or not I was going to have him like playing, like using a bow or not,
plucking it or not. Yeah.
Yeah, I went back and forth on it, and I spent like hours going through galleries of music, like bands and musicians from the time.
Sure.
And it was just a straight 50-50 split. People were bowing, people were slapping, and I ended up going with a bow.
I think it looks great. I thought it was cool. I'm a drummer, and so I like to see that in there. I think it's great to see. Sets up like is that like a speakeasy?
No, so that's what's called a rent party.
Where, okay.
Yeah, the Harlem Rent Party, it was like, the rent is coming up due, you don't have it. you get a band to come in. Yeah, you put a you put a pot of some rice and beans on the stove, and people come in and they pay a cover, and you get the rent paid.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. And how smart were they back then? They had their own crowdfunding. So
yeah, exactly. You're the first person to point that out. That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it works. So, I mean, I grew up with a family, pretty big family. And whenever you needed to get stuff done, all we had to do was put a pot of soup, beans, and cornbread on and get some beer. And I could have a whole project done in that day. And so that's just the way you do it. And
very Amish.
I mean, yeah, it's a big family. That's what we do. Everybody comes out, has a good time, gets to have some beer, and you don't do as much work when more people show up.
Yeah, right.
Frog G said, don't forget, you can now get some Pedro's Tropical Magics. It's live. I saw that they launched. I think they launched on Red Valkyrie tonight, which is really good. So hopefully they're doing very well. I'd have backed the revolver. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody would have. Aldous says, what about the 38 shell casings? Ooh, that'd be cool. Yeah. And wrench Frog G so I don't have to work. I could do that. Let me see how long it'll take me to do that, but I'll try to do that. Frog G don't mind. I'll wrench anybody. It feels like they're gonna feel like they want to do this. There we go. It's a done deal, Frog G. If you want to share things, you can have at it. Good stuff. Said what he said. Okay, so let's scroll down a little bit and look at this. Well, I want to look at this last page. How did you get these covers on like a book? Did you take a picture of it, or was it like a promo thing that you had?
Yeah, it was the best looking free promo book program I could find.
And you just slapped the cover on it?
Yeah, well, it does it for you. Like you upload your cover and it makes these mock-ups for you.
Okay.
You see it a lot on Kickstarter.
Sure.
But this is another one of those awkward things about Indiegogo, because you're uploading a cover that's like this into a space that's like this. So it's always
right.
So you either have to choose what part of your cover looks the best, and this was the best solution I could find.
Okay. Well, it looks like it works, man. I mean, it looks like it's really on a book, so looks good. All right, let's scroll down a little bit. Welcome to Noirlum. 90-page full-color noir detective thriller set in 1920s Harlem, teeming with murderous intrigue and mystery in old New York. I like that. So who's your artist on this?
So the cover was by Kanan White and Jesse Heege. The
Nice.
interiors are by Roel Roque, and the colors are by Mariam Yasser.
Okay. Wow, really nice. Yeah, I like it. I like the cover. Definitely has a Chinatown feel to it. That's what I thought. The guy in the hat. And then you have I guess the guy, he's more brown, he's got the brown hue up front. He's more of like the detective, or like maybe I have a thought in my head, more of like the skeptical detective, right?
So the guy,
or am I thinking wrong here?
No, it's fine. So the guy holding the gun is Coleman Carmichael. He's the main character. He's not a detective.
Oh, he's not. Okay.
No, he's just a guy who lives in Harlem. So this book is the story of him becoming a detective.
Okay.
And the gentleman at the bottom is a police detective, and they're both young.
I thought he was.
The police detective is kind of a rookie. Yeah. And the police detective is looking to make his mark and solve a big case. And so they kind of team up and work together to put it all together.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, I mean, I like the different colors for each of the characters on the cover too. Like you can see the different hues on each character. I think that's really nice. Helps it pop more. And, you know, Keenan White is a great artist, man. He really has some great things. He did a good job. There's that. There's the band playing. Oh, you can see the guy on the piano on this part of the picture. That's really cool.
Yeah, I'm sorry to say, the drummer doesn't live past page 2.
Oh, man. Come on now. Did he get to use his drumstick and, like, poke, like, somebody's eye out or something? I mean,
no.
He just gets shot.
No. He dies on the toilet.
Oh, man. So is it going to show it down here?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we'll get to it.
He steps out for a little bit of a break, and then...
okay, I see that.
Yeah. She goes to check and see who's in the bathroom.
Well, oh, I see him now. Okay. Oh, man, come on. Well, remind me during my gig not to step out and sit on a toilet somewhere. I'll have to remember that. I'll have to stay on my drum throne. See, damn it, the drummer died. That's what I say, Apex. It's not right.
Well, that's why you should just bring your own toilet as your drum throne.
Right. I'll do like the astronauts do. Just go in my suit. Going out like Elvis. Classic. No doubt. There are worse ways to go, I guess. Chat's loving it. Harsh. Why isn't he tweeting on the toilet? Why isn't he tweeting? Oh my gosh. Well, I would say it's probably the wrong era, right?
Yeah. This is when you
drew. The only thing I can think of.
This is when you drew on the bathroom wall to kill the time.
Oh, that's right. Your tweets are on the wall. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, I mean, I really like the soft colors. You know, there's like this, some thick black lines, but then the color palette is interesting. It's they do a good job of getting like the wall colors and things like that. It almost looks watercolored, but it's also gritty. It's got like like an old school. I don't know how to say it. It looks old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They did. I think the colorists did a great job. I'm seeing all the different colors in the walls and everything. I'm like, that's a lot of detail.
Like how you imagine the olden day. Like it just makes you.
Yeah.
Look like something older. Yeah.
Yeah, like whenever you're looking at old wallpaper and it's got all that discoloration on it and everything, and it really comes out. So I think they did a great job. It really sets up the time frame for me, which was really nice to see. You know, you don't always see a lot of colorists take a lot of time on that, which is really cool. So very good job. There isn't a good time to call on that stall. Yes, I agree with you.
Call Seabass.
Hey, Bancroft, thanks for coming in, man. Drummer died on the toilet seems very symbolic. Ooh, I gotta go. But don't.
Yeah, that's a good one.
G. That was a good one. The colors looked aged. It's a nice effect. Yes, aged. That's a great way to put it. Aged. For me, you see a lot of people do background colors and they try to do solids or something, but to see him put that little detail in there was really nice. I mean, I think it puts a finishing touch on it that you just don't see. Even here on her clothes, just the way they color some of the clothes is really, really cool. I like it. Who is the colorist on this again?
Her name is Miriam Yasser. She's the MVP of the book.
Really? The MVP.
Yeah, like I really love the lighting there, like that.
What she did right here with the killer standing. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. I like that too. Gives a lot of contrast. The lights behind him puts him in shadow. It's great. Ibex says, I like getting Bancroft to say my name in chat so I can imagine his accent reading it. Ibex Universe. That sounded just like him, right? Mm-hmm. I hope it did. It's a very dirty look. I like it. Yeah, everybody's liking this, man. Shirley Bancroft will show up on one of my live streams. Hopefully so. I'm going to have him on here one day. We just got to find the right subject matter and everything. We're going to have him on here for sure.
You talk about European graphic novels, so he'll come on.
Oh, yeah.
You don't even have to invite him. You just start talking about him, he'll just show up.
It's true. And I haven't delved into that universe at all, and I want to, because the books he shows off sometimes with that, man, it looks gorgeous. And I'm going to have to jump over there and see what it's all about. So hopefully we will have a great conversation about that sometime. But yeah, I mean, everybody's loving the colors on this. It definitely gets the era. It feels like the era to me, which matters a lot to set up the story well. So really nice pages though, man. I'm really liking what I'm seeing. So is everything complete for this, or do you still have a lot to do on the artwork, on the pages?
So I actually, like, just today updated. There's a progress image below this part.
Oh, okay. You want me to scroll down?
Yeah, scroll. Yeah, because I just put it up there like within the last hour.
Keep going. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool.
We're getting there.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, you're pretty far along. I mean, that's the way Murph and I are too. I mean, we have all the pencils and inks done. We just need colors, letters, and then we'll be ready to print. So it feels pretty good when you're this far along.
Yeah, it's nice to not have potential backers wonder where you are. You know what I mean? Whether this book they're going to get in the next year.
Right. And we pushed our date out. What date do you have for this to fulfill?
So this is the most awkward part of every stream I've done, because I'm anticipating it being done within the next maybe month and a half.
Okay.
But this book has already been picked up by a publisher.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Like an actual one, not the kind that you hear on the radio.
Sure.
So that part of it is out of my hands.
Sure. Okay.
I don't anticipate it being a very long time, but I set the estimated delivery date as June.
Okay. I don't see that being a big deal. Why do you think that's?
Just because it's something I can't control. You know what I mean? Whereas all my previous
that makes sense.
You know, I'm the one getting it printed. I'm the one, doing all this and that. So
I would say that's the thing that puts everybody in a tizzy, and there was the paper shortage and everything, and all the shipments and everything coming late. And the printers, it just seemed like everybody was having trouble with that. So Kevin and I just said, you know what, let's just push it way out. And if we're early, that's great. If we're not early, at least we have that long to fulfill. And, as far along as we are, I don't think we're going to take that long to fulfill, but it gives us a window, and that way people aren't expecting something, they have a better expectation and more realistic expectation. And if we mess it up, you know what, we're going to get the books out. So it may take longer, shorter, whatever.
Apex asks a comic book publisher on the radio. So if you don't know, you might hear this radio commercial about how, like, oh, help get your book, we'll publish your book. Oh. It's not a publisher. It's these scam companies that just use people basically to pay for the entire process. I've seen those. Yeah, it's a scam.
It's terrible.
If you ever see those, and you send them a script,
they take advantage.
Yeah, they'll take anything. They'll say like, "Yeah, we want to publish your book," and it's a scam.
Right. Well, look at this. Crazy Mad, backer 118. That is awesome. Thank you, Crazy Mad.
Thank you, Crazy Mad. Hail.
You know what I need to do? I need to do this. Should have had this happening the whole time, but I never did. But we got it taken care of now. So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of sad that there's people out there, preying on people like that. We've been hearing about these deals going awry lately with some of our friends, in CG that have, I don't know, you you're hoping the best for them, and then you just hear these terrible things of they have these big deals coming on, and now they have to fix it because they ordered too many books, or they got taken advantage of, basically. And due diligence and things like that haven't happened either. But still, you never want to see creators go through something like that where they get taken advantage of, and just that can destroy a business.
Yeah.
So you never want to see it at all.
It's disheartening when people prey on other people's desires just to get, just to express themselves. That's really disheartening, because it's something that, like,
it is.
It happened to me in the sense that, like, I was pitching and I got some feedback and they said, we want to publish it. And it was one of those things. But man, when you get that letter in the mail that says, we want to publish your book, for like an hour,
it's exciting, man.
I've made it. And then I actually took the time to look into it, and I was like, no, I didn't make it. This is all
it's terrible to feel that way too, because it does get your hopes up for a minute. But I don't know. You have to take it in stride, I guess. Everybody's hope is that would happen one day, right? Like, you would just be picked up, and then it would all be handled for you, and everybody would just publish it, and you're great to go, But unfortunately, anymore, it's not quite the world we live in. So Crazy Mad says, Dirk and Murph have their blue light Kmart special deal I warned them about. Our special deal? Are you talking about a special tier, Crazy Mad? What are you talking about here?
I think he's saying your books are going to be available in, what's a store that doesn't exist anymore?
Well, Kmart for sure, right?
I think there's still some Kmarts around. Blockbuster.
Blockbuster, that's a good one. Go wait in the car, Candy. That's what Michael Bancroft says.
Is there candy in the car?
I don't know. It's lost on me. Maybe sometimes when I'm focusing on somebody and interviewing, and the chat's going off, and they're just having this great time, and I'm like, you lost me. But go for it. I felt wild ibex. I have no idea what that means. Yeah, I don't know. The number associated with Master Chief from Halo is 117. Okay. So this one, I missed this. Crazy Mad, you're almost Master Chief, 117. There you go.
What a nerd.
Nerd. Crazy Mad said it's a joke. Hey, Casey said a store that's not around anymore is Radio Shack. That's true. Borders.
Ooh, Borders.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they used to sell comics. Used to find comics there sometimes. Graphic novels. I used to like Borders. I really did.
Chi-Chi's. There you go. Get your books in Chi-Chi's.
Michael means there's candy in the van. That's gross. I miss Borders. Yeah, I miss Borders too. I mean, some of those stores really were great for a little while. It's too bad some of them are gone, but Barnes & Noble kind of took the place of Borders, I think. Halo's better than Doctor Who. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. I'd have to disagree. And I'm not even that big of a Doctor Who fan, but I would say I disagree with that. So we used to end up at Borders and Chi-Chi's all the time when we were dating. That's true. We did. Borders and Chi-Chi's. It's so true.
Wow, and you lived through that?
Yeah, man. I mean, good times. Chi-Chi's was so great. It was a good Mexican restaurant back in the day. Can't find them anywhere now. So I feel like we skipped some things. So is this a cover between two worlds?
No, it's like a chapter page. I wanted to have, because there's 3 chapters, because it's a very structured story. So there's 3 acts. Okay. It's really easy to signify. And each one has a chapter page that kind of looks like an old noir movie poster.
Okay. Yeah, I like that, man. I really do. Uh-oh. Refunded backer number 118. Oh, Crazy Mad. Come on, man. Breaking hearts over here. Crazy Mad, he likes that fish and chips garbage. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. No takesy backsies. Yeah, I'm with Casey on this one. No refunding the backer number. None of it. We're here to gain backers. Crazy Mad.
Unless it's B-Rose.
Right. Oh man. Takesy backsies. That's too good. Yeah, so structured story. So how many chapters are in the book, by the way?
So it's 3.
3 chapters. You already said that, didn't you? I just totally skimmed over it. So do you have a picture like this in between each chapter?
Yep.
Is that one, you haven't posted the other one though, have you?
No, actually I got, what was it? Bancroft, Malin, and Rob were kind of giving me some good advice, and they kind of alluded to the fact that I just had too much art going on there. So I ended up pulling one of them just because it wasn't it wasn't super dynamic like this.
Sure.
It was just kind of a, dipping your toes into the story introductory page. So I pulled that one from the campaign page.
Okay. I would agree. I mean, you don't want to give everything away. Sometimes it's really nice to be surprised by the art, and it's hard to keep that back though.
Yeah.
Murph and I just got 3 new pages colored from our colorist. And it's really hard not to put that out there, man. Like I'm ready. But like we said, for the next 60 days or next 30 days, I'm sorry, we're going to hold that art off before we start releasing it, because we want that to play into, helping that next 30 days really bump up. But I want to show everything. I want to talk about everything. I want to go into it all.
Yeah, what I've been doing is I'll send every couple of weeks or so, if I get like a really sharp looking page in.
Yeah.
That's colored but not lettered. I'll just email like a smaller version to all of the backers, just to be like, hey, here's what's going on. Just to give them a little bit of a taste to keep their appetites wet.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. I mean, I think this time when we get new artwork here for the next 30 days, we're going to cut the art down by panels, and we're just going to show a panel at a time, kind of piece it out slowly. And that way we can keep the momentum up a little bit and put it out on Twitter and things like that and share it out, and even on this page some. That way we always have something to show for a little while and let it last. So yeah, I think they gave you great advice. So this says, for fans of Sin City, Chinatown, the Untouchables. I love all those movies. And the comic book Sin City, the original one.
Yeah.
I didn't like some of the extra stuff that came out later, but I like the original. Not very familiar with LA Noir, but Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. And I know I've seen The Long Goodbye, but I can't remember it very well. Cannot remember it. And then Gotham Noir, Milligan. Wait, no, Bronx Kill. Is that what it is? The Bronx Kill? It's so funny how they minimize the title of that one.
Yeah.
And Stray Bullets. So if you guys are fans of any of those titles, which I know I am a few, then this is something that you guys might like. I've always liked the noir crime thriller or mystery or whatever you want to call it. But I feel like, sometimes it's been parodied so much that it's hard to find good stories. You know what I mean? Things that have been done
like
well.
Neo-noir kind of swallowed noir.
Yes, I agree. And which is terrible, because I think it's a great way to tell a story.
Yeah.
Oof, do we have Who Hate in the chat? That's not very Geronimo of you guys. Who Hate?
It's funny. I was actually thinking about, because this book is the start of a series.
Okay.
Because it's so comfy writing mysteries. There's so many things you can do with it. That I was thinking, if I were to have an issue in which the main character Coleman runs into the doctor, how much could I do with it before I break copyright? Like if Coleman turns into an
Oh,
alley and there's like you can see half of a blue police box and
yeah,
there's somebody there that kind of looks like, well, I would probably choose like Eccleston,
sure.
um, and just goes by the doctor. Like at what point do you, and they just solve like a regular mystery. There's no aliens or time
Yeah.
travel involved. At what point would I be getting, letters from the BBC?
I don't know. If you kept it very silhouette and like, you know, kind of ambiguous, you know what I mean? Like we can tell that that's what you mean, but it's not detailed.
Yeah, I think
I wonder. I wonder if they could.
the name of a companion would be probably that point, because it's like if you just have somebody that everybody calls doctor, maybe you could get away with it. But if you have
Yeah.
like Rose, like the
Oh
doctor and
yeah.
Rose, then it would be
Yeah.
like, okay,
Yeah. And I think too much detail. You'd have to leave some detail out. That's for sure. Because you'd have to show that yours is different. You know.
yeah, it would. I think it would be like on Seinfeld when George Steinbrenner, you always saw the back of him and never the front
Right.
of him because it's
Right.
just Larry David in a wig.
Yeah. That's cool. So Aaron Gannate, yeah, I appreciated that small update rating. Good opportunity for a quick update. The protagonist Coleman seems like he kicks ass. Well, it looks like he kind of has to, doesn't it?
Well, yeah.
What's that?
I said, well, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a tough city.
Protagonist, yeah, really. Protagonist Coleman seems like he kicks ass. Already read that. No such thing as too many updates. Those that include art are always appreciated. Yeah, I would agree. I think that's true. I like to see the updates all the time. And I think that's why we're just going to keep updating little by little so we can keep showing some art, but we're not going to have to show every page, Maybe by the time we're done, maybe we'll just, we'll piece it and everybody can see, oh, that's a new page. So that'll work out really nice. Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing, man. This is really cool. You have a picture of the whole book right there. Is that the whole book colored already?
What's that? No, that's just like the latest where we're at. It's
where you're at. Okay, I can see you don't
I
have
think
your
we're up to
colors.
56-ish pages done.
Wow, man, that's a lot. When you look at your book laid out like that, doesn't it seem like just so much? It's so much effort. It's awesome to look at.
Yeah, it hasn't happened yet, but it would be really cool to me if I put out a book that one of the people that I work with took off as a result. You know what I mean? Like, obviously we dream for ourselves, but it would be really
Sure.
cool if that happened. If like somebody could make a name and I was part of that journey for them.
Mm-hmm. I could see New Orleans translating well in a movie adaptation. Hopefully, they wouldn't make Coleman a gender-swapped lesbian, though. Oh man, no, I think he'll be covered. I think he'll be all right.
If that actually happened, like if somebody actually bought a property of mine, I genuinely wouldn't even care. Like I know people care. Like if you care, fine. But like if somebody bought my property, like take it. I have my books. I don't care what you do with it.
There's, I think it depends on the story. I really do. Some stories you can translate, into many other things and it works no matter, what the character looks like or whatever. But then there's times where it doesn't work so well, So, and I think that's where it matters. That happened to Rob Arnold with Aaron L. Fish. So they took his character. Is that what happened? Is that what you're saying, Bancroft?
No, I think he's saying they took Aaron, the artist.
Oh, they took him. Oh, the artist went away. Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because he was drawing Replicator first, right? Well, I think that's pretty cool to see. It's just rough because I know Rob had a hard time. Like he was trying to go through artists and he had to, find the right one that matched again. So it was really rough. But I mean, it's good to see somebody grow. It always is. As long as he doesn't do Netflix or Amazon, it'll be fine. Yeah, no doubt. Every book from Eudaimonia. Am I saying that right? Eudaimonia?
Any way you say it's fine.
Okay. Eudaimonia? I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
Comics have been solid. This is a safe backing. Right. And then Rob discovered Aaron. Ooh, that's really cool. I think that's great, man. That's what I like to see is the artists that are coming up. One thing I think that CG has been very strong on is the artists. And you know, to me it means, that we're uncovering people that would never have been uncovered before in the industry. And I think that's great because I come from the music scene where musicians get looked over all the time, and great talent gets looked over right now. And there's like really great bands out there that nobody will ever hear because, the industry doesn't give a shit. They don't care about talent. They just want instant sales, and the talent doesn't matter. You can be the best musician in the world and you may never be heard, And Michael Bancroft says that means you're saying it wrong. Right. Any way you want.
No, he's talking about Aaron. It's actually pronounced Aaron.
Oh, okay. Well, I know when I said Eudaimonia, whatever. Boy, it's not Rob Teenth. We're allowed to give Rabba a hard time. Yeah. Rob, I'd like to see Rob come in here sometime. Chat with him a little bit. I'm sending a super to Bancroft tonight, so he has to say it. Nice. Let's make him. He's the only co-host who can kind of match my awesomeness. Oh, wait, I'm highlighting. I look forward to that crazy mad. Yeah, no doubt. So what does that mean? Can I ask that?
Oh yeah, Eudaimonia is from ancient Greek philosophy. It basically means the good life.
Okay.
The life that is worth going through all of the inevitable pain and the trials that we go through and still having on the other side of that. So if you're able to develop meaning, if you're able to find that good life, that's your Eudaimonia.
Okay, I like that. I like to pronounce it like it's a fragrance. Eau de Monet. That's a good way to do it. So you said Eudaimonia, right?
Eudaimonia, Eudaimonia. It really is a word that has no incorrect pronunciation. Like
so
there are debates about how it's actually pronounced.
Yeah, Eudaimonia. That feels weird on the tongue. Time to hop off to work. Hey, Frog G, thanks so much for stopping by, man. I appreciate it so much. Yeah, we're going to be getting out of here in just a few minutes, but I want to thank everybody for stopping by just before we do, and make sure we covered everything in here before we get out of here. So we got a few minutes left, but it will not be running over very long. Let me just tell you that. Sounds like the name of a really hot French lady, Eudaimonia. Eudaimonia? I don't know how to say it. I'm excited to read all your books. Udi got rave reviews. Intense webs. Yep.
I'll tell you what I'm excited for. I'm in the early stages of kind of putting together the skeletal structure of Eudaimonia 3. And it's going to be an anthology, and I'm going to be working with basically CG artists. Anybody who wants to come on and do like a couple of pages for it. As many, it's going to be like in the 20s, like 20 or so artists. So
I think
I'm going to be hitting people up and just being like, hey man, check out Eudaimonia. You want to be in number 3? Let's work together.
Yeah, I think it's cool, man. I've always thought about that too. I think the next book we do, I wouldn't mind talking to some other people to see what they could, what they might want to contribute. For our first book out, though, it was really tough. We had to, get to know people. And it was hard for me to go up to them and just be like, hey, come be on our book, do a cover or do this. So we did most of it ourselves, although in a pinch, that's when we started asking for more help. And that's partially why we asked Peter Palmiotti to ink. I had inked the whole book, and we had set a date to launch, and I was like, we're never going to get this done unless somebody else inks the covers. And so we called him in, and he did a great job, and then we were able to send him off for color. So I wish Murph was here to try to pronounce that for the laughs. No doubt, man. No doubt. Well, he missed out. That's his fault. I'm going to have to rub that in pretty hard. And she says baguette in a strangely hot way. Okay. Boy, they really like that Monia. Eudaimonia.
Yeah, right.
Eudaimonia. That's cool. So I was looking at your tiers, your perks. So you have Just the Facts, ma'am, for $25. And we're talking 90 pages for $25. That's pretty good deal.
Yeah, that's one of the nicer things about having like an actual proper publisher behind me, in addition to getting a book that's, printed better than if I was doing it myself.
Sure.
Being able to offer it at a little bit cheaper than I probably would have.
Yeah, I think it's great. Great deal. We went cheaper for our book too. But I mean, we only have 30 pages. So for us, it was, it didn't make sense to go up in price. I think a lot of people are almost saying $25 is like the normal for a lot of people, but I'm going for a 30-page book. I think it was pushing it for us,
Yeah.
It's going up too high. So then you have Just the Facts Robot, and that is the PDF version, right?
Yep.
The digital. Nice. Then Eudaimonia, I don't know if I said that right, Comics Library for $30. Now that's a pretty damn good deal. So you're getting what, 5 books plus digigal?
Well, it's really
4.
Digitals. 2 of those are a variant, but it's 4 books. It's more than 200 pages in total. $30.
All in digital format.
Yep.
I think that's pretty good. When you're getting 4 books worth, I think that's a good deal. How about a light? So this is where you get the lighter, right?
Yeah, it says only 3 claimed, but I had like a secret perk.
Okay.
So like a lot more than 3 have been claimed. That's just why it's there.
Yeah, I think that's cool. I think our special perk was more of like a $45 perk where you could get all 3 covers. So we just used the covers as our special tier. We didn't have anything to add to it like that. So yeah, so Noirlam and HTD physical bundle. How to Die. That's pretty cool. So for $40. So really, when you look at the digital tier, which is $30 for 4 books, I mean, that's a pretty good thing. That's a great deal for 3 books that are physical.
Yeah, so you're getting both variants of How to Die there, and
okay, let's look at it. Yeah, and Noirlam. That's awesome. Play it again, Sam. So you get the extra physical copy. And then you have the retailer bundle. That was something that everybody talked to us about too. They were like, don't you want to do a retailer bundle? And we were like, well, maybe. But it's something that we just never got to. And we may do it in demand. We might change some things up in demand and just put it out there at that point. So, but yeah, hey man, everything's looking great. I'm liking this a lot. If you have not checked out Noirlam yet, please go do so on Indiegogo.com. It's looking like a great story, and I'm going to have to really think about getting this. I'm liking it more and more and more. So I like the noir. I like the old style. I like the coloring in it a lot. So the art's looking really cool. So give it a look-see.
And Ballot of the Celestials.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, man, I mean, if you got to get going, you can go, and I'm going to shut down. I just want to thank everybody for coming on. I'm going to stop this for now, and I want to tell everybody, go Back No Harlem, the long and short of it on Indiegogo.com, and Back Ballot of the Celestials. You can find us on Indiegogo.com as well. Is there anywhere else, any other place we can see you, Raiden Radio?
Rain Radio on YouTube.
Okay.
Drop a sub. We have a good time. We stream every week, and I try to drop video essays every weekend.
Nice. And you co-host with Ibex, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. We'll have
That's
B-Rose
really cool.
on this week.
Oh, nice. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, we've had Ibex on here before. He's a great guy, and getting to know everybody now. He's kind of fairly new, and he's making his way in. Saw his draw stream the other day, which was really cool. So love to see him growing. But anyway, yeah, Michael Bancroft, great vid about the artist last night. Yes, there was a great video that he put on about them, and I like that. That was a very nice thing that he did. If you haven't done that, go check out Michael Bancroft's channel. But you guys, I thank you so much for coming on. I'm sorry Murph wasn't on with us, but he missed out. He missed out on a good thing. Yeah, he'll be here next time. We'll get him in. And, you're welcome to come back anytime, man. We'll have you come back sometime and hang out with us. And we can talk about some of the weird, wacky subjects that we like to get into.
Yeah,
and not show books. Yeah. Thank you for coming, everybody. Have a great night, and we will see you next week.